Posted this on my Instagram, I posted this on my Snapchat. I got a lot of good questions. I got some that are absolute BS, and y'all are some clowns for that. And I got some that are really serious and deep, so we'll hop into it. So I'm just gonna hop around of the order that I got them in. All right, so let's get this bread. First question, this is the deep question. What do you think will ultimately happen to our country if transformational progressive change isn't implemented in the next 10 to 15 years? What in your mind is the absolute worst case scenario? What will be the inevitable breaking point that will soon arrive as a consequence of our continued inaction? That is deep. Good ass question. The dude who sent this in, you're a homie. We got to collab soon. All right. First and foremost, what I think will ultimately happen if we do not enact real reform and real change, and when I say real change, I'm gonna be very clear. I mean Medicare for all. I mean tuition-free college. I mean a living wage. I mean a Green New Deal. If we don't get there, because the clock is ticking, dude. The clock is ticking. You're talking about by 2030, the United Nations said, if we do not cut emissions by 45% as a planet, it will largely become irreversible. They're talking about climate change. It will largely become irreversible in the next 10 years if we don't cut emissions by nearly half. That's the ticking time bomb. When you're talking about 70 to 80% of us in America living paycheck to paycheck, the scales are far too rigged, and that is unsustainable. Completely unsustainable. It's getting scary, dude. It's getting very scary. In the middle of a COVID crisis, when millions of us lost our jobs, you're talking about people losing their small businesses, losing their livelihood, losing a roof over their head. When you're talking about those things happening and then the richest Americans gaining $500 billion, $500 billion in wealth over the course of this crisis, you're talking about all those factors coming to a head. The climate crisis, the gaps, the amazing gaps in inequality that we have here in America, the economic depression, the COVID crisis where the people are leading us are literally asleep at the wheel. That's going to get very scary and fast if we do not enact real reform. Real reform, like I just talked about. Real progressive reform that balances the scales of opportunity, where everyone has an equal chance of success here in America. Everyone has equal opportunity. You have the tools that you need to live a dignified life. If we don't get to that point, and soon, you're going to be seeing a failed state. I think that's the worst case scenario. The empire will crumble. We'll be losing trillions upon trillions of dollars from our economy. You'll be losing jobs out the wazoo. Civil and social unrest on a scale we've never seen before here in this country. Maybe not a civil war, because we don't know what the sides are going to be, but it's going to be a peasant revolt. So right now, most of us are fucking peasants. In the plainest sense of the word, we're peasants. We're pawns in this game. And that's unsustainable. The people will eventually fight back. That's always the trend of human history. Those who are oppressed will eventually unite and fight back. But I think if real progressive change is not enacted so that they have a vehicle for some type of stable movement. If that isn't there, it's going to be ugly. Ugly. And we will burn this motherfucker to the ground, plain and simple. And whatever comes of that is going to be what comes of that. So, really good question. I hope we don't get to that point. I think the breaking point will probably be if we don't manage this crisis and enact real reform, and the scales keep getting tipped against the average Americans over the course of this depression and the COVID crisis. If we don't come out of this with real progressive reform, talking about in the next 5 to 10 years, that will be the breaking point. And then once the scientists declare, yeah, climate crisis is irreversible, nothing you can do, once that's the breaking point. That's when all hell will break loose. So it's time to fight, and it's time to fight now. Get serious about your activism. And I'm going to try to give you all the steps to get there. All right? Next question. Why are Asian and Black America at odds when we could be strong together? That's a good question, dude. I honestly believe that it is the job of the political elites to try to divide us. They're always trying to divide us. They're always trying to get us to, hey, you listen to me. No, you listen to me. Everybody's it's this echo chamber of crap where we're always just spewing crap at the other groups because that's what they want us to do. They want to divide us so that we're distracted. The veil is over our eyes so we don't see them looting our communities. Dude, I just said this. Over the course of the crisis, the richest Americans ran away with $500 billion increase in their wealth, while the rest of us are struggling now to pay our bills. There's a looming eviction crisis. People are distracted from that. They don't see that. They don't see that's the root of the problem. That is the common thread that unites all of us. The fact that we are all oppressed. We all can't pay our bills. We are all struggling to survive right now. So That's why I think that we're at odds. It's a purposeful thing. The political elites want to divide us. It trickles down to the culture. You see that with Donald Trump. You see that with the establishment Democrats. They are trying to divide, get us to focus on the culture war and the divisive crap and not focus on the real reforms that we need for all of our communities. Plain and simple, baby. All right. Next question here. Why you so ugly? Me? Come on, bro. I'm cute. I'm gorgeous. All right? Don't hate. Don't hate me. Bruh, I'm gorgeous. All right? Next question. Why are you so sexy? I appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, listen, my skincare routine isn't all the way straight right now. I'm breaking out. It's all good. Okay, I'm still, listen, I'm good looking, and my girlfriend agrees. All right, so just hold yeah, thank you. I know, and there's always a give and take. Some people might think I'm not the cutest. Some people might think I am cute. Hey, look, that's for y'all to decide. I personally think I'm looking good today and most days, so I appreciate that. Y'all are goofy, man. Okay, back to the serious question. What do you think the future of progressive politics look like? I think the future of progressive politics looks something. It really depends. I think that we are now trending towards what I've been saying for years now. We need to unite. We need to have a coordinated movement, a united political force where all of these social movements and all of these activist organizations are uniting with a coordinated, aggressive agenda that we all can get behind. Where we all are getting in the streets organizing together. From the climate movement, to the women's rights movement, to the black rights movement, to the workers' rights movement, we're all united together. Getting average schmucks involved, getting poor white areas involved, getting the poor blacks involved. All of us uniting together. That's really what that looks like. Getting immigrant communities involved, Latinx communities involved, getting all of us united together. The workers, to the farmers, to the peasants, to all of us uniting together behind a real progressive agenda. That's what I think the future of progressive politics looks like. And you see that with Bernie Sanders. That's why I think that we're starting to get there. When you see Bernie Sanders in 2016 and 2020, this old Jewish white dude, this floppy-haired, old-ass Santa Claus-looking dude coming in and being T.O. Bernie and getting Latino communities out to vote for him. That's huge. It is huge. When you're seeing him go down and speak, when you see people like Charles Booker go down and speak to the holla, speak to poor white Trump town areas and getting them to come out behind the progressive agenda, that is huge. That's what I think the future of progressive politics has to look like. To focus on the areas of consensus, to market ourselves as moderates, to market ourselves behind an agenda that all communities can get behind. That's what it has to look like when all of these movements, all people, all workers, all communities unite behind this agenda. That's what it looks like. And I hope that we're starting to get there. I think we are starting to get there. So it's the job of people like me and people like you to keep speaking that truth, man. This is about all of us, not just the 1%, not just one community. Plain and simple, baby. Empowered, man. I'm trying to empower y'all today, dog. Shit. I'm trying to make y'all feel good today, bro. I'm trying to get y'all the tools, man. Shit. Get me out. I'm goofy. Okay, what do you think needs to change about the criminal justice system in America? I think that there are huge systemic flaws with the criminal justice system, as there have been for years. It's just basically the modern version of slavery. That's really what it boils down to. It's the modern version of enslavement. That's really all it is. It's the continuation of trying to extract labor from oppressed communities, from black communities, from brown communities, from poor white communities, from all communities. Not all, but you see what oppressed communities, Native American communities, they are trying to extract our labor. They're trying to oppress us, control us, get us to constricted and get us to conform to the agenda where they are trying to loot us, take away our labor, take away our money. Over the last 40 years, there's been a huge transfer of wealth from our communities into their hands. In the COVID crisis, it got even worse, as I just said. So reality is that's what the whole criminal justice system is about. That's what's wrong. When you see 3 strikes laws, when you see mandatory minimums, when you see black and brown people going to jail at far higher rates than our white counterparts, Native American communities as well, that's what it boils down to. They're trying to extract our labor, control us, get us to the point where our families are breaking apart. This whole war on drugs is what it's all about. They're trying to oppress communities so they can keep extracting our labor and keep us controlled. That's what it really boils down to. And it's not explicitly out in the open, but that's ultimately what the policies are for. And they'll even admit that. You go back to Nixon. That's when the war on drugs started. They said that we can't control the anti-war left and the blacks. So what were we going to do? We're going to enact policies that throws them in jail, that controls them. That's what the whole war on drugs was about, and it's been that way for the last 50 years. That's what's wrong, and I hope that we eventually solve that. But I want people to understand that is the product of the rigged system. It's not the rigged system itself. The whole point of that is so they can keep extracting our labor, keep oppressing us economically, take away our power, take away our money. That's what it boils down to. And it's not just about black, brown, blue, purple. It is about all. And to fix that, all of us are going to have to come together. All right. This is an interesting question. Is it possible to achieve a fully democratic society? Why or why not? Okay, in America, yes. Across the globe, and that's what he said, a fully democratic global society. You need like some type of world government, and I don't know what that's gonna look like. You know, like I'm not, you know, I can't see into the future. Water. So I don't know what that's gonna look like. I hope we eventually get there. I don't think we will within my lifetime and your lifetime. But you know, maybe our kids and grandkids live to see the day where the world is united behind a egalitarian, you know, where everything's distributed, you know, in an equitable manner, not equal outcome, but equal opportunity. I hope that we get there. I think that's the change that we're trying to, you know, build here in America and here across the globe. But will we get there in our lifetimes? Maybe not. Maybe not. And that's okay. That's okay because our legacy is going to be that. What we're fighting for is that outcome. So, yeah, great question. Great question. Do you think liberal ideas are restricting natural human behaviors? But what do you define as liberal ideas, though? Like, okay, are you defining cancel culture as a liberal idea? Yes, I think cancel culture is constricting. You know, I got literally yesterday. I posted on my Snapchat. If y'all want to follow me on Snapchat, I can put the little thing up. But anyway, I posted on Snapchat yesterday about the fact that many people. So Deshaun Jackson, the dude from the Eagles. He's the receiver from the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles. And he posted this thing. It was a dumb post. It was a quote or an indirect quote of Adolf Hitler. Okay. And basically he was saying that Jews are mad and the white people are mad because we are the true children of Israel. Black people are the true children of Israel. That's why they oppress us. Of course that's anti-Semitic. Of course it is. And then people use that as basically saying, hey, people are anti-Semitic. Anti-Semitism is still prevalent across America and across the globe. Duh. What I was saying was that y'all get in a huge outcry about that. Y'all get angry about that. But then y'all don't have the guts to call out the Israeli government for their oppression, their genocide of the Palestinian people. And I said, anytime that someone tries to criticize the Israeli government, we are now deemed anti-Semitic. That's a problem. Because they are literally committing a genocide through a blockade. They have one of the worst standards of living in the Gaza Strip in the entire world, developed or developing. They are killing them. They are bombing hospitals and schools. It is a regimen of genocide. So this idea that me criticizing that is anti-Semitic simply because it is the Jewish state is absurd. I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm a hippie. I love all people, bro. My beef isn't with Jews. My beef is with the Israeli regime. And that's what I was trying to make that point. People called me out. They were like, oh my God, you can't have anti-Semitic. They were like, take that post down. No, I'm gonna take that. I'm spitting facts. Take it or leave it. It's not anti-Semitic and I'm calling out the truth. Relax. So that type of cancel culture stuff, yeah, that is constricting. That is restricting natural human behavior, my ability to call out the truth, express myself. But I don't think that's a liberal idea. I think that's just cancel culture. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't get into labels. I think that liberal ideas and progressive ideas, most importantly, you know, I think that they can represent anything that you want it to be. You can slap a label on anything. That's not what it's really about. So we don't have to like get into the name box creating stuff. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get there. All right. Who will win the NBA championship this year. Dude, you know who's gonna win? LeBron James, baby. I love LeBron James. I don't know why y'all don't like LeBron, man. LeBron's the truth, man. There's plenty of LeBron haters out there. Someone gonna be watching this video. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. LeBron's a good dude, man. LeBron's a good dude. Let me tell you, and he's fire. Dude's nice. He's still the best player in the league. So LeBron and the Lakers probably gonna win. They got Anthony Davis. They got a nice little squad of role players around them. Like, you know, they got Danny Grant. I think Rondo's still there. They got Kuzma. So, you know, they got a little squad over there. And ultimately, the defense is stellar. When LeBron wants to play D, he locks up, plain and simple. And they're probably gonna go face the Bucks. Giannis ain't ready for all that. That system isn't developed enough yet against LeBron's championship pedigree. So LeBron's probably gonna take it out. Lakers all day, baby. I ain't never rooting against LeBron. I ain't never betting against LeBron. Because he has never proved me wrong yet. I know Father Time is undefeated, but maybe not against LeBron. Shit, man, it's 36, 35, something like that. Dude's out there getting buckets. Hell, shout out to LeBron, man. All right. What is your opinion on UBI? It serves as a floor instead of a ceiling like many government social programs, thereby encouraging people to do better. I agree. I support the UBI, plain and simple. I think that a UBI should have been instated during the COVID crisis. It didn't, because the elites only care about their pocketbooks. They only care about serving corporate interests. That's the rigged system. So they weren't going to implement a UBI like the rest of the developed world, many countries in the developed world did. Of course not. That's not what we do in America, at least nowadays. That's what politics is about. It's about serving corporate interests, not serving the people. So we should have enacted a UBI for this crisis, and I think that there should have been a phased-in UBI program that's going to be implemented nationwide. I think we have to eventually get there. And Andrew Yang, props to him, man. His campaign pointed that out. Automation is taking millions of jobs. Millions of jobs. And it's going to continue and only rapidly intensify as the decades go on. You need a UBI in place. The system's going to keep making money. All right? So the people need a piece of that pie. So I support the UBI. It creates a cushion, creates health and happiness. It's not a handout. It's a cushion. It's comfort. It's happiness. It's stability. That's what the UBI represents. I love the UBI. Love that platform. Okay. How's the beard going? Say, hey, now. You know what I'm saying? Look, I shaved off the sides because that was a mess. But I still got the little goatee thing popping out. We're going to try to grow that and see what's popping, bro. Shit. It's going good. I ain't complaining. Okay. What do you think about the fact that politicians play into identity politics more than planning policy? I told you, it's about division. It is all about division. They want to distract you. They would much rather... See, this is the key evidence right here. You saw all of these corporations, all the elites come out and say, hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. They would love to give you ground on that and not give you ground on actually keeping a roof over your head, actually giving you a piece of the pie, actually giving you Medicare for all, universal health care, living wage, Green New Deal. They don't want to give you the stuff that really matters, that truly impacts your life, but they'll gladly put up a little hashtag and a repost of the black screen and say Black Lives Matter. They'll gladly give you stuff on the culture war. They love doing that. They love fanning the flames of the culture war. The people on the right do it and the people on the left do it. They love fanning the flames of the culture war. They love doing that stuff here in America because it distracts you from the fact that nearly all of them, all of the Washington establishment, all the political establishment, they're corporate pawns. They're in bed with corporate interests. It's their job to serve corporate interests and to oppress our communities, all of our communities. It's their job. They want to distract you. That's why they play into identity politics. That's why they'll gladly put up hashtag BLM, but they won't actually do policies that make Black Lives Matter. You see what I'm saying? That's why, dude. Here we go. What's your background? Man, my background, I'm from Atlanta. From Atlanta, Georgia. 18 years old. Grew up there. I went to prep school. Northfield Mount Herman, shout out to them, just graduated. Went there on a full scholarship to a program called A Better Chance. Shout out to A Better Chance, man. Great. Giving people a better chance, man. Shout out to ABC. Went there. Then went to NMH. You know, I was kind of a goofball, didn't really try in school. Got into some of the wrong things when I was, 13, 14. Went to NMH, Largely clean most of that stuff up, most. Uh, most. Stayed out of trouble mostly, and just focused on the books, focused on stuff like this, expanding my repertoire, expanding my knowledge of the world and how it works, so that I can use my voice to create real change. That's what I've been focusing on for really the last 4 years, especially the last 2. I'm starting to grow into a man that I'm proud of. So, shout out to NMH, shout out to anybody who's helped me with that journey. If you're watching this, you know who you are. I love you. Yeah, man. That's my background. But really, I'm focused on my future. Shit. I'm focused on using this platform and growing it huge, growing it to the point that I can reach thousands, millions of people and speak that truth, man. Speak the progressive doctrine. That's really what it's all about. I'm trying to unite communities regardless of race, regardless of class, regardless of gender, regardless of all this crap that they try to divide us on, so that I can unite all of us behind the progressive agenda. We can have real change. We can save this country. We can save the planet. That's what this platform is about. That's what my channel is about. That's what me using my voice is all about. So I'm trying to inspire y'all, man. Get y'all in the streets. Get y'all to unite. That's what this all. That's what all this is about, man. So that's my background, but most importantly, this is my vision. That's my future. That's what I'm really focused on here today. This was fun, yo. All right. If y'all enjoyed this, go ahead. First of all, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and please, next Saturday, I'm gonna do more promo for the live stream. I'll be live. I need at least like 20 of y'all to pop out. Okay, we're gonna keep growing the channel. I'm gonna post the full shows from yesterday, Friday, and Wednesday. Post all those clips. I put out most of them, but I'll put out the rest and the full shows. Make sure, again, you smash that subscribe button. You follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. You can even follow me on Snapchat, man. I'll be fooling around on Snapchat. Shout out to, sure. Follow me on Snapchat. Hey, man. And continue to support the show. Share this video. Share all of my videos, man. I'm trying to help me grow, man. Trying to help this platform grow. This ain't just about me, dude. It's about the movement. It's about creating real change. So if you can inspire someone's day by showing them this video, showing them some of these answers, that means the world to me, and I hope that it eventually inspires someone to come out and create real change with us. So till next time, baby, it's been your boy, Drizzy Drake Alice the Hunt. Big honcho in the building. Okay, I need to get my ass out of here. Anyway, peace, y'all. Love you.